Well, this is surely going to be interesting. I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm not sure the angle's going to work out. So we'll give it a little try. Give us a little 10-minute little video. Stumbling over words as we speak. As you can see, I've just loaded up Moonlight. So I installed Moonlight by going on to the Steam Deck desktop. Just search for Moonlight. It'll pull down the installation. It'll install it quite happily. And by popular demand, we're going to be playing a little bit of BeamNG.drive. So, one question I've got for the community out there is, have you tried Moonlight on Steam Deck, One X Player, anything? Even my Android phone have had the same issue where you can install the software and you will get controller support in desktop big picture, Steam big picture. As you can see right now, I haven't got any. And that's, you can set a controller up so it does work there, but then when you load a game, you don't get any controller support in game. Or you can have it so it doesn't work here, but it does work in game. Now, on the Steam Deck, we've got a few extra buttons to play with, so I was able to map separately the right D-pad, touchpad, sorry, as mouse, and the left one I've done it for the up and down and back button. So we'll try BeamNG.drive just now. Now we're running this remotely. I can say my PC is about a couple hundred feet away. Not the best setup I've got. My PC is a little bit too far away from the router to be wired directly in, so it's connected with 5 GHz networking, so it's running pretty well. This is connected 5 GHz as well, but to a mesh network, because I'm quite far away, as I said, and there's, I'm actually outside, which is why you see me in this messy surrounding. Still a work in progress. So I'll try and hold this at an angle that it can actually be seen okay on the camera, but this might be a bit tricky. So what you can't see here, and I know because I've checked it, but on this top corner just under where it says BAT, I've actually got an FPS counter on my PC in the house, and I know it sits locked at 60. And we're running normal settings on BeamNG.drive. My PC in the house isn't super high spec. It's a AMD Ryzen 7 2700X, so not the newest of processors. The GPU is another AMD product. It's an RX 5500 XT 8GB version, and I have 32 gig of RAM, 32 megahertz RAM in there. So the rest of the PC is just fairly mid-spec as well. So what have we got? Well, BeamNG.drive needs a fairly beefy machine to run. So my PC is not super beefy, so it runs at normal settings. The reason I'm testing it today, we've just got a scenario up running, I think. The reason I'm testing it today is, as I've mentioned on the channel, I'm allowed to test an early DVT2 unit. Now, it's not been shipped to me yet, so that's still a little bits away. In fact, it's not actually shipped at all yet. But what I'll do is I thought I'd test that I can get Sunshine and Moonlight working, because I've never used it before. So Moonlight you use if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. Sunshine is like a AMD version of the software, or made by fans. It's brilliant so far. I'd say I installed it. It really didn't need any configuring. Now, I suppose I'm fortunate in that I've got fibre broadband, so I can actually connect it from external because I have a static IP. It just seems to work, which is great. So where I am just now, I get about 50 megabits. Not the fastest internet connection ever. So tonight, we're running the webcam. Well, it's YouTube streaming from my mobile handset. I've got my PC, my old PC that I use out here, the FX processor PCs, over in the corner there, so I can see the live streams actually running. So that's using some of the 50 megabit, and then this is game streaming from the PC in the house. So we'll see. Now, I did have a little play earlier, and I noticed BeamNG.drive, it's a little bit heavy on the traffic, so it does, there is a little bit of pixelation takes place, but we'll just try this anyway and see how we get on. Now, I've just going to pick a couple of these little challenges that I like. I like this one. We have to catch the bad guy in the police car. Now, this runs about 30 FPS. You run it natively, and although the controls are pretty good, it does tend to suffer a little bit. I think there's maybe, I don't know, it's not input latency, there's just something. So sometimes I find the game can be a little bit tricky. You think you're going to get past a tree by just a few feet and you smash into it and rip your wheel off. So PC in the house, But what will the latency be like from this? That'll be the interesting thing. So here we go, I'm going to turn the volume up actually, so it's turned up. Ah, there we go. Right, well, and as I type on the screen here, that won't work, so I'll have to use, there we go. Now I'm looking at a hell of an angle here, so, and there's a bit of glare, but I'll use that as my excuse for my poor driving. But as you've probably learned, I like driving games. I'm not particularly good at driving games. Look at that, terrible. Now I've not mapped any extra buttons, so it's really just the basics here on the Steam Deck. And I am looking at about a 45-degree angle at the screen, so not ideal. I think I'll have to work on my angles a bit better. But that's part of what this is all about. I've been asked to do some streaming. Now, this isn't a sponsored video, but my other videos on the Absolute may be considered sponsored because I've got a free product. So I've been asked to do some videos on their Discord channel, and I've also been asked, you know, if I do any on my YouTube channel, to share them with them. So I'd like to do stuff that's a bit more just seat the pants like this. I'm quite enjoying it. Oh Jesus, well, that didn't end well. Let's try that again. Yes, I think we'll retry. I think I might have to just jump up and stand behind the camera because sitting here comfortable isn't working. So give me a second, I'll just leap out of my chair. And not only did I just leap out of my chair, I then just dived all over the, dunted my Steam Deck on the table. Right, let's get this up at an angle where we can see on the screen. How much higher do I have to get? About there. I don't know how stuttery this is, but it doesn't look great on the stream on my my old PC. Right, I think he'll do. Now I'm holding my hands up at about head height here. This is no ideal. I think I need to practice a little bit more and get in a better, more comfortable position. Anyway, if you're watching this, thanks for joining. I've had a bit of a rough week, you know. What with the 1X player mysteriously dying on me mid checking of BIOS settings. But I have to report. Now see, that's getting a little bit pixely. But it's no worse than it is in the Steam Deck natively, I have to say. Control wise it's actually alright. Latency wise, well I'm not noticing any. Oh my god. Yeah, that was totally me there. Whoops. Ah dear. Oh well. Not so good. What do we do? Yeah, it's going to just tell me that I've lost to the bad guy. I'm going to just adjust my position a little bit again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just adjust this camera down a bit. Right, so I can just... There, that's a much more comfortable position for me now. Okay. Now I have to say, this is running at 60 FPS. This video footage should be 60 FPS, but the stream might not be 60 FPS. Sharing a 50 megabit connection with 3 devices at the moment, which ain't ideal. And again, that's something I may have to try and address before my Absolute trial product arrives. Oh, see, that's getting a little bit pixely there. But latency wise, I'm not feeling any latency here. Now my PC in the house is running at 1080p, and obviously my deck's running at its native 800p. So that's showing me bearing it. There's a little bit of sound stutter there. Oh, would you look at that? I crashed again. Not very impressive. Now I would say, I'd love to say it's down to latency, but it really isn't. It's just down to my driving. Now, I did this actual challenge earlier, and that's how I knew it was going to be a bit pixely. And I think it's just that the sheer amount of data that must be whizzing between my PC and this stream. I mean, there's a lot happening on screen. Now I tested it in the house and it was okay, but then I was only sitting a few meters away from the computer at that time. Let's look at that. Got him that time though. Oh no, I haven't. Ah! Wow. That guy's so much better than me, isn't he? And he's just a bot. Get closer. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to. This thing's four-wheel drive. Why is the handle so bad? There you go. See, bad driver blaming the handling. We'll get on this time. I've got two other tracks I want to share with you in this little stream. So as I was saying earlier, before I got off on a tangent, I've been a bit low this week, what with the issues with the 1X player. I can report, however, that the distributor that I bought the product from, who's a main distributor for 1X player, did he? He didn't. How did he get away with that? I totally punted him. Wow. Guy's a better driver than I thought. Sometimes you get... Oh, where am I going? He's not far up the road though, so I must have damaged him. Seem to have only done side impact damage on my car. Oh god! Yeah. Oh look! He's just crashed at the side of the road. All I had to do was get around that corner. Right, we'll get on this time. Yeah, so the distributor and 1X player are on the case. I really didn't expect much, and I have to say, it didn't start great, but I did have to manage my own expectations, to be honest. But what I have to say is, it does look like they're working together, they're trying to get a resolution now. It might cost me a bit to get this fixed, but frankly, I don't care. I've only had it 13 months. I would love to get it fixed for free, but realistically speaking, 12-month warranty, I know that's not going to be the case. So, as long as it gets fixed, it's been good to me on the channel. Oh dear, oh dear, oh! Yeah, that didn't go to plan. I hope those of you that watch this quite enjoy watching me wrecking police cars. I'll never be a professional driver. So watch this space. The 1X player may live again. Might be a few weeks, maybe even a month or so, because that's, potentially, if it can get fixed by the UK distributor, brilliant. And if it can't, then it has to go back to China, so that's going to take, well, time to ship, time to repair, time to be shipped back, so. Get him pinned. Still trying to get away. Got him. Yes. See, I'm not a complete klutz. Well, I keep making the same mistake and trying to use the screen, forgetting I'm remote playing. So, the next one we're going to try, if you can tolerate this, Port Escape. I like this one. This one, there's a lot of assets, but it's not like trees. There's not millions of them all jammed together, so it does run pretty well. Now, I completely forgot we use the YouTube streaming app that it will only use one of the cameras, and I can't use the 2x zoom camera that this mobile phone has, which would have been so much better. Next time I may go live, but actually just record it and be semi-live. But yeah, hopefully when the Absolute arrives, if you're interested in an Absolute handheld, then why not drop me some ideas now? I've got about a dozen videos, or in maybe streams. If there's anything you're interested in, please drop me a line. And if it's not something I've thought of, then I'll add it to the list. Now, on the Discord channel, there's been lots and lots of suggestions. And I think there'll be a number of people who are testing the DVT-1 units. There's a next batch of buddies being released, so those people may test some of those things, but I'm going to try and test them on the DVT-2 unit as well, because why not? And I have been in discussion with one of the new buddies on the Discord channel who's getting a DVT-1 unit. Oh my goodness, I forgot where I'm going. As I'm getting a DVT-2 unit, oh, we're stuck. We have, look at that. The bumper's got stuck in a pipe there. That's not good. Let's see if we can free it off. This thing's got like about two horsepower when you reverse it. There you go. Yeah, as I was saying, we have a buddy with a DVT-1 unit coming. I've got a DVT-2 unit coming. So that's different revisions before they go live. And we were talking about maybe making a little comparison because, you know, he doesn't have a 1 unit to test, 2 units to test, and I won't have a 1 unit to test. So, yeah, there will be some YouTubers, the bigger channels will have one of each. And I'm sure they will release some good comparisons. Let's see if we can lose that front bumper without ramming under the car. There we go. I'm surprised I'm going to manage to do this in the first attempt, because normally this takes me a couple of attempts as well, because as you've noticed, I'm rubbish at driving. Still time though, there's a police car here. Whoa! He never got me though. Oh my god. Right, jump the ferry boat. We can do that. Let's see if we can get it right this time. Way, there we go. I think we'll call that a success. Oh, made it on the boat. Fantastic. Don't think I would driving that car again, but that's a success. Fantastic. And the third one I wanted to try, can I remember what the third one is? There was something else on here. What was it? Ah dear, I've been doing so much just random gaming recently, I can't actually remember what I was going to test. Yeah. Maybe try a little race. Go for it. Let's try that. Why not? So that's the main part of this video, I think, today. How long have we been at it? Been live for nearly 19 minutes. Wow. I did mention 3 games as options for the stream, and I've done BeamNG.drive, 3 different tracks. I could come out of Sunshine, or Moonlight, sorry, and fire it up locally and show you one of these tracks natively on the deck. Give us a little bit of a comparison. Obviously, I'm kind of doing this for testing for the Absolute. Look at that. Even with a reasonable spec machine, some of the games are a bit, or some of the scenarios are a bit slow in loading in your assets. Now, when you do it on the deck, this can take several minutes to load up. There we go. Right, now we can start. Oh, where am I going? Oh, I'm going to lose this race. This thing does not handle very well. It does accelerate pretty good though. Look at that. Well, I might come last in this race, but I'll be last with style. Oh dear lord, it's so slow. And I think maybe if I could kick the back out with a handbrake, but I've not mapped a handbrake button. Well, these are Steam Deck native controls, but yeah, we'll not worry too much about that. Ah dear. Gone the wrong way again. Goodness me. Have I just passed someone there? I think I might have done. Oh, this is 5 laps. I've just missed. I'm actually paying attention. Oh, look, he's just stuck there, that guy on the track. What's that all about? Oh, I'm never going to lose. Do it with a little bit of panache. I think I may be getting lapped in a minute at this rate. It's shown the engine's taken some damage, but I think the tyres have taken the most damage here. Oh, his engine's smoking away. So that's how I've managed to... Oh, I've done it again. I think we've got some of the bad smoke coming out the back now. We'll even finish this race. Getting a bit slower. Oh dear. Oh, engine's gone. Oh, can we make it to the finish line? Please. Well, this is the slowest race you've ever seen, eh? We're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to cross that line. Oh dear, how embarrassing was that? Right, I think we've tested all we need to test here. So, how's about now? We do a little bit of Spider-Man just because we can. So, Steam Deck, low settings, 720. Now, we're on 1080p, which obviously means nothing here, but we're on 1080p on the PC in the house, and we're using FSR again, balanced or quality preset, I think it is. High settings, and I'll be locked at 60 FPS. I would just ignore this up here because this is more of the stream connection. Up here, that's what's important. I'll be sitting at 60 the whole time. Let's get past this bit. Now, another game I've not played a huge amount of. Watched my son complete it, but I've not played a huge amount of. Anyone else also noticed this, by the way? The game bar. Mango Hut, they've changed it. So, up until recently, it told you the total draw round about here. So now it's saying 0 watts in GPU and 1 watt in the CPU. That's fine. Wireless. Remote pin. Now, if I go up to the overlay, you can still see the total draw, which is only 7.1 watts. I don't know if you can actually see that, but take my word for it. 7.1 watts. But that used to show in Mango Hut in this upper overlay. Now, I just got an update today, so strange one. No, I've forgotten what buttons do what. There we go, that's better. Let's get some part in the town. This looks pretty good though, eh? Whee! Oh no, there was a tiny stutter there. It was more of an audio stutter than anything else, but it was definitely a stutter. But, eep. I think this looks pretty decent. Oh. Hey. Now, I've got a really bad suspicion that the stream's going to be stuttery as anything. Although I don't know about drop frames, I can't see on the PC. It's not really mentioned that, but it looks pretty stuttery from where I am. Looking at my... Oh, that's a different way to slide. Reflections look good here too. Remember, this isn't a super powerful graphics card, it's very mid-range. Now we are pretty much locked, 60 FPS, high settings. We'll pull up the settings just to confirm what they actually are. Oh, that's interesting, look at that. That was a little bit of something I didn't expect. And now, we've got no key input. Well, that's not ideal. I suppose that's one of the issues with game streaming, isn't it? Let's have a look back here. Our connection terminated, so we've lost our connection there. We'll try and reconnect. There we go. Ah, now it's working. Okay, good. Just one of the many issues, I suppose, with game streaming. You've got to accept these little things can happen now and then. Okay, so 1080p, as I said, FSR or dynamic scaling down to 60% resolution scaling. Okay. High we're on? Yep, high preset across the board. Which is about all this GPU can cope with, to be honest. But you know what? If you can get it stable like this and reliable, I could see me playing this game through an absolute more than I would play it locally on the Steam Deck. Because it just looks so fantastic. Now, it's not always about graphics. I have to say though, low settings natively still looks pretty decent. Right, let's just, oops, quit this. I gave 3 games as an option. I'm going to just play all 3 games. Why ever not, eh? Okay, the next one. Forza Horizon 5. Now, there was an update today, I believe. Which I hopefully have updated. Now, this should load a little bit quicker anyway because I'm loading it on my PC indoors, like I said. Come up with a login screen in a moment. There we go. So let me know, one of the videos I quite like to do for the channel, it might be a range of videos if I can get the hardware, is use something like a minis forum, like mini PC, with and fixed. Now I can't afford it right now, and obviously the channel's still a bit small for sponsorship, I think. Maybe not too small, don't know for certain, but maybe reach out and see if I can come up with some sort of agreement, or try and pick one up second hand or something. Locate it behind my TV or whatever, and then that way it can be plumbed straight into my router, and then use Steam Deck or the Absolute. Use it like a little bit of a variation of the Wii concept. You've got your main box that sits behind the TV or next to the TV, and then you've got your remote screen. And the biggest benefit is you'll be able to use that away from home. So this runs pretty well. And still locked at 60 in this little figure up here. That's the important bit. This will go up and down, but I have to say, it looks good even on low settings, natively on the deck, but it just looks even better. Now, actually, I should show you the settings I've picked, shouldn't I? settings. So video is 1080p. We locked it at 60 FPS. And pretty much everything's stock. We've got FSR 2.2 quality setting. And the graphics, we've picked a high preset. This absolute nutter Cupra thing is brilliant. Nice, and then we'll call it the end of the stream. Oh, that's a bit of a drive to my nearest race I don't think I've done yet. Maybe we should complete some of these challenges right through. You know, one thing I don't like about Forza Horizon 5 is if you can't find the race that you need to do to complete a season, it can be a bit of a pain trying to find it. I'll tell you what, we'll do one of these new ones up here. We'll get a little drive in first. Okay, 8 kilometres of drive in. We'll do some road and we'll do some off-road. And the off-road will be not planned off-road, it'll just be where I can't get round corners. I'll just straight line this bit, I think. Whee! Oh, that didn't go well.
Recalculating route.
Okay, it's slightly dense.
Turn sharp left.
Yeah, we're going to crash into a big rocky outcrop in a moment, aren't we? That's what happens here. You get a bit of good straight line speed going cross country and then wham, straight in a massive boulder.
400 meters. Turn left.
If you've not got one of these Cupra electric cars, you need to get one. 200 mile an hour, cross country.
Turn around when it is safe to go.
Now, normally I like the
Turn right.
Ford Cosy. Oh dear. But it only does about 100. That 8.5. There you go. Told you to hit rocks at some point. I didn't get stuck though, so that's good. I've got a really bad habit now in this game, just straight line into the start of races, and then when I actually have to do the roads, I spend more time driving off the roads. There's more rocks there. Missed them. Some more over there, yep. Wow. Oofed! That was on the roof of another car.
In 400 meters, turn right.
There you go, crashed into that. Oh my god. That's it, you cheer. Turn up in a car that's got every panel wrecked. Look at that, it's absolutely destroyed. Although not BeamNG destroyed, so that's always good. Oh, this is a Baja Bug one, is it?
200 meters. You will arrive at your destination.
That's probably more my kind of speed level. And they're slow enough that can't really do much damage to yourself. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, more new races. Oh, maybe this is the new content we're talking about. Oh dear. I don't have many cars that are right for this. So do I run an Escort RS Turbo, my era cars. Corrado VR6, that'd be more powerful, wouldn't it? Front wheel drive, they're all front wheel drive. Wasn't a good one like that though. Look how nice that looks. Hopefully it's running at okay FPS. This will be the worst game stream ever. Although, as you've probably noticed, my game streams, they're usually pretty bad. I do most of them from in the car and what have you, so... Oh, bye. Should have picked up that Corrado. You know that feeling when you know you've picked the wrong car? Whee! Sounds good even if it's the slowest car in the world. Wow, look at that. Yeah, you know you picked the wrong car when that happens. Oh no, I'm dead last. Whoa! Okay, I'm not dead last, but... No. Oh. What a way to end a stream. Oh! Oh, that's pretty bad. In my defence, none of these cars are modified. And my other defence is, remember, I can't really drive all that great. These games. No, there's a little hitch there. This is possibly my biggest loss in this game yet. Getting beat by drivatars. How's that on? Should be rage quitting right now and just restart a slightly more powerful vehicle, ain't it? It's not gonna happen, I'm just gonna carry on like this. Anyway, thanks for watching this far if you have. I really appreciate it. Talking about the channel a little bit now. It's progressing pretty well. Obviously a long way to go till we get to that 1,000 subscribers, so if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please think about it, consider it. I'll have to, generally speaking, those that do subscribe, stay subscribed, so that's really great. Thanks to every one of you that subscribed and stayed a subscriber in this last year that the channel's been going. Obviously, most channels, you know, they grow and expand, and you know they get better at editing and content creation, and then you've got people like me who just churn out the same sort of stuff. Who all about the games and the consoles, and not so much about big long scripts and production values. Although I do try and get some production values in some of the videos. I mean, early days, I was doing direct game footage, but then I thought that's kind of cheating. What people want to see is the actual footage off the handheld. You know, if you're recording capture footage, how do you know? How do you know it's actually from that product, other than the word of the streamer? I suppose one other thing I could talk about before I end this video is the Aya Neo Kickstarter. So there's not long left in the Kickstarter. I think there's only about a week and a half left. Now, they've had about just under 550 backers. Just under £300,000 UK pounds, so that's what, maybe about $400,000 roughly raised. Quite a lot of discussion on the Discord channel about where all the low end ones went, particularly the Intel ones. I managed to secure one of those, so we'll see when that comes. That's going to be good fun reviewing that. Last on the race, I actually enjoyed that, believe it or not. Finished 12th, finished first. Anyway, we'll restart that. We'll try again, we'll try and get good. So, yeah, like I said, I managed to secure one of the 100 places. So, looking forward to that coming. It'll be very interesting to compare the Aya Neo 1215 new model to the Mendocino, I always say it wrong, Mendocino based AYN. Because they're both targeting the same market and they're both roughly the same price. Oh man, look at that. Broke my back windscreen. These things are rare now. Oofed, look at that, he's totally drafting me. Oh no, he's right past me. Look at the speed difference. Oh dear. Oh, I managed to stay at the wall. Oh, nearly. You know, I wouldn't even know I was playing this game streaming, other than the fact that the graphics look a little bit nicer, and I'm streaming it right now. I'm telling you that I'm running it on a game stream. I suppose the big giveaway is there's 0 watts on the CPU and 0 watts on the GPU. Whereas normally it would be pull in, well, I think I've got it restricted to 8 watts maximum draw, which means total from the battery you're probably looking at about 16. Unlike right now where I'm probably pulling about 7. You know, that's going to mean something like the Absolute, which has got an okay sized battery, but quite a low powered SoC. I could quite believe they're 8 hours runtime. I mean, playing the game natively, you're looking at maybe just under 2 hours, even at reasonable power saving settings. Whereas, you know what, let's let's just quit this event. I'm going nowhere with this. But yeah, deck, playing the game natively. But if you're game streaming, then you could be looking at, it's gone away. Okay, let's try this again, and we'll pick. I wonder what the recommended car would be. Yeah. Why don't we just pick the Corrado? Because that seemed to be doing pretty well. Front wheel drive as well, mind you. So they're all front wheel drive cars. Totally the wrong cars for this track, but let's just try that. What are we at for game time? Wow, 45 minutes. Wow. Oh, how time passes fast when you're gaming. This will definitely be my last race. I feel a beer coming on. And these are all cars I've won, so... Oh, would you look at them whipping off in the distance? Oh, really? This is even slower than the car I was just in. Doesn't sound as good either. Well, sounds okay. Slow. Oh dear. Yeah, I'll just use you as a cornering technique. Good. Now, if only I could catch the ones up in front. There's no chance of that ever happening. Sometimes you can slide a rear wheel drive car in these corners and get away with it, but in a front wheel drive car, you're just going to slow down and then understeer straight into the barrier. Would you look at this? Oh, a bit of superior cornering by me there. Wow. Oh, but that was anything but superior. trying to provoke a little bit of oversteer, but it just results in a tiny bit of oversteer and tons of understeer. And then losing lots of power. Remember, it seems true. We're on high settings here. Over about 50 megabit connection. But that 50 megabit connection is currently sharing me looking at the stream on a PC and my mobile phone that's streaming this content. So it's doing pretty well. Anyone says there isn't a place for devices like the G Cloud or the Absolute particularly is wrong. That's just my opinion, and I'm hoping I can back that opinion up when my Absolute device arrives. Now, one of the things I've heard, some people posted online, that if they're getting to trial a product, then once you've got it, the trial product, there's a presumption you get to keep that trial product. I've presumed the opposite, that it will have to be returned. But some people are saying, well, once you've got that product, just cancel your pledge. I think that's really detestable. If you're getting a handheld to review for a company, you must go back. Then by all means cancel the pledge, but also give back the product you've got. That's definitely the way I'm going to run the channel. Well, we're going to finish this race in 10th place. Can I call that better than the last one where I finished in 12th place? Oh god, we're going to actually finish in 10th place. Oh, maybe not. No, we're driving like that, we're not. Yeah, maybe not. Now we're going super slow. Oh dear. Never count your chickens, eh? Oh, he's reeling me in. Oh, I pulled a wee gap out again though. Oh no! Lost all my speed. Yeah, I think I maybe need to mod this car a little bit to make it competitive. Although knowing me, I'll go back to the RS Turbo and actually mod that one instead. Right, I'm going to call that a win. And I'm going to sign off right now. Content for you. I've got quite a few ideas lined up. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, please do. 93%, no, 97% of you that watch the channel aren't subscribed. So even if only 5 or 6% of you subscribe, I will hit my 1,000 subscriber target in no time at all. So please consider it, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Bye for now.